Yeah, you sound really weird now. You sound like Darth Vader, which is rad.
Luke, I am your father. That
Now
might be
you sound
fart.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Darth Vader.
Yeah, I know. It's not a tumor. I'm not your
It's
father.
not. Get to the chopper. That's awesome.
Good old Schwarzenegger.
Live, Prius, or die.
Die. Die. Die.
Live, Prius, or die. Yeah. Yeah, you're safe. Live.
Episode 3, Live, Prius, or Die. This is Will, and I am, of course, accompanied by
Mondo.
Sniffles.
It's funny how he says accompanied because I'm brown, so he's trying to say that like I'm his shadow, and that's racist.
Hey, I didn't want to go there, but yesterday I heard this whole speech about the whole master and slave hard drive issue and how it's a real problem for people. And
Are
I
you
just couldn't
serious?
believe it. I couldn't believe it. I
That is
mean,
awesome.
really.
I don't know why people get so offended over stupid shit.
It's like, let it go.
Yeah, for real.
Let it go.
Let's be like Elsa. Let's do that. Let it go. Let it
That is so not right.
go.
I got a house with 3 girls in it. You don't think I hear enough of that shit?
Oh, I know, dude.
It's Elsa every day.
Well, I usually finish that up when I sing it. Like I'll sing it around the house to
Oh,
scream
yeah.
just to be stupid, and I change the lyrics every time. So sometimes I'm like, let it go, let it go. You can suck it, but you can't take it home.
You know,
It
it's
usually
so
cracks
not
her
right.
up.
People get really creative with some of this stuff, though, because you go on YouTube and there's people on there that have created Fire Elsa.
Yeah,
Like, they've literally dubbed in fire scenes and fire castles and all kinds of crazy shit.
there was I saw one where it was like they recut the trailer to make it like a horror movie. And dude,
Awesome.
I was sold. Why didn't they do this?
Disney just needs to double down.
It's funny though. Like if you look at some of the Disney princesses,
Mm.
and I was thinking about this because I saw a T-shirt recently, and it's the Disney princesses sitting around, and there's Ariel, Jasmine, which I thought was kind of cool that they included her because they don't ever throw brown kids in the mix. Um, and they're listening to Princess Leia tell a story about how scary her dad is, and I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, people were messed up.
But you
But
ever
I guess
notice
she kind of
like,
fits into that whole princess mold that Disney has.
yeah, I mean, I always thought that's a good moneymaker. What better way to get little girls and a majority of grown women to buy a bunch of products? But
Well,
you
I
ever
mean,
notice
Disney
like,
owns everything now.
yeah, pretty much Marvel, Star Wars, the Beatles, some people's souls.
They don't own the Beatles. That was Michael Jackson.
I know, but they do own Marvel and
Don't get
Star
my
Wars.
hopes up.
Well, you ever notice though with the princesses though that you never see any that are like curvy?
Curvy.
They're all kind of
Oh, you
like
mean
they
like,
all have like almost a similar shape, but
yeah.
there's none that are like curvy, like not supremely overweight, but like they have
No,
curves, like
I
what
get
a
it.
real woman looks like. You know what I mean? There's
Real
just
natural
no
boobs.
top heavy or bottom heavy princesses.
I don't worry about the bottom. I'm worried about the top.
I
Are they
like the whole
natural or not?
package. But yeah, like you never see any like top heavy hook jaws. You don't see that, and it
I mean,
makes me wonder about what they're thinking.
right.
I've always
Well,
been
go
I
ahead.
like I like real boobs anyway. So
Oh, of course. I mean, there's just no better substitute for the real thing. So if you got A cup, you should just kill yourself.
wow, and there goes half of our subscribers.
Well, half of them. All right, time out. Half of them don't fit into the A cup situation. I'm sure that's a smaller general group than anybody. I think the
Yeah.
B cup is the more mainstay average.
I have honestly never dated a girl under a C. Oh well, maybe one, and it's I don't know. As luck would have it, it's always been like C or above, which I think is really weird for me. I just love big natural boobs. They're great. You can like cover them with whipped cream and take Hot Wheels and do all kind of crazy shit. It's great.
Hot Wheels.
Oh, dude. I get my fucking Adventure Time characters out, and I'm like, we're gonna climb the ice peaks.
What's the dog's name? I can't remember.
Jake.
Jake. Let's go, Finn.
Yeah. So what do you prefer? Natural or fake?
Oh, definitely natural. I mean, fake. I just, when I was younger, like, having them big and huge and just out there like a basketball was great. But as you get older, it's like you've seen enough footage, we'll call it.
Yeah.
I've done the research. Yeah, so I mean, you've seen all that, and it just loses all of the entertainment value because it just doesn't move. They don't move, and it's just not a good thing. And what more do you need to do that to yourselves unless you're naked up?
Well, one thing that I don't like is just the simple fact that once some women, I'm not gonna say all, but once some women get implants, it's like they don't own their boobs anymore. They become a thing. It's like an accessory. So they want to show everybody. There was a place that I worked at.
Well, hey, you spent the money, man. You better show some people.
Well, I think that's also part of it too, because I'm not kidding, man. Like she would always want to show you her boobs, and I'm like, dude, I don't even care. Like I like boobs. I don't even care about yours. That's great. And she would have people like, well, touch them. You can't tell the difference. And I'm like, yeah, you can. I said, I want a chick. If I'm on a boat with a bunch of chicks, which typically I am,
all the time.
All the time, yeah. I want a chick who's going to be able to float to the surface. And yeah, you can't float to the surface if you have silicone. You sink. It's been proven. I've seen it on TV and I've seen it in real life.
So this wouldn't work out for the Salem witch trials.
No, that's different. Yeah, They probably did have silicone. That's why they say burn them all.
And they had to use witchcraft to get them in the first place.
That's right. Doing that Harry Potter fucking blood spell shit. Siliconus, no infectionus.
Good luck with that. Just drink a lot of alcohol.
Yeah.
Knocks that all out. Hey, you ever been so sick, drank a lot, and then realize the next day it's all over?
Yeah. Yes.
And by all over, I don't mean life. Whatever. I've actually had that happen. I had like such a bad cold, and we went out one night and got schnockered, and the next day it was like I cleansed my own blood.
For a minute, you're like, "Wow, no, it doesn't work that way for me. It doesn't."
I remember was a great theory because it only worked the one time.
Well, and I was drinking Goldschlager, and boy, it was good. I woke up the next day and I felt great until like 2 hours later, and I was like, "Oh, I'm still sick." Didn't cleanse anything. I have heard that though, that people go out drinking when they are sick. It seems like the recovery time's cut in half, but I don't know why that is.
You kill all the germs, man.
Oh yeah, you're sweating it out because you're moving. I don't know. Yeah,
get
that's
some
cool.
Everclear and clean your shit out.
I may try that this Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Well, tomorrow's Black Wednesday, right?
Oh yeah. What's that supposed to mean?
It's not Rachel. Where are you trying to go with
this?
No,
that's. I can't believe stores are open.
It's almost as good as the time that Pete busted me out when I said, "Hey, do you want to get taco pizza?" And just for the audience, Pete is half Mexican, and so he was like, "What's that supposed to mean?" I'm like, "I like taco pizza."
Every time.
Dude, I've not had a taco pizza, and I can't remember how long.
I love taco pizza. Well, there was a pizzeria at one of the places I used to work in the basement. They would sell subs and pizzas, and every time there was taco pizza would sell out. Shit's good, though. You were working in
the basement of a taco place or a pizza place.
Well, it was kind of odd placement. It is, but it was really, really good food. Like punch orphans in the face good.
Well, that doesn't take much. Give me a yogurt, and I'm good to go.
And I would, I get like 2 slices of pizza, a breadstick or 2, like 2 cookies. You see a theme here?
Yeah.
Like I just, I would fat it out. It was good. I wish they had Slurpees. That would make it better.
Okay, that you said that kind of weird. You were like Slurpees.
It's my internet connection.
It was like slurring herpes.
I'm slurring my herpes.
That's what it sounded like.
I'm gonna get some virtual STDs.
They're way better in real life.
Yeah.
Everybody's going VR, man. Are you ready?
For
VR, virtual reality.
I haven't seen anything about virtual reality in a long. Well, no, that's not true. I saw VR porn. Me and my wife watched a video of that, and I was like, "What the hell?" Like, we didn't actually see the movie, but we saw people with the headsets on.
Yeah,
dude, it was so funny. Guys were dodging stuff. Oh, it was great.
massage and stuff. What dicks?
Dude, they were like guys were like moving around. They were like, "Whoa, whoa!" They're freaking out, dude. It's so funny.
Mandingo's coming my way.
Yep. My butthole's puckering.
There's always time for lube.
But it got deep. Have you seen? I've got a.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
that's what she said.
Haha. That
Wah,
is
wah,
kind
wah.
of what she said. That's crazy. I haven't seen anything other than that though. Like, what else is new in the world of virtual
Well, I mean,
reality?
video games are going to go there big time. I
I
know
don't think
that.
so.
Oh, come on, man. Have you seen the HoloLens?
Well, yeah, they used Minecraft, didn't they
Yeah, that
demo
looks pretty
Minecraft with
badass.
that?
Right now, I got the Google Cardboard. Have you seen that thing?
Google Cardboard.
Yeah, it's like this little cardboard fold-up viewer. You put your phone in it, and it's got like two little, cheapy lenses, and you can look around and watch. Well, it's mostly just video, like immersive video.
Uh huh.
But I mean, it's literally costs you like $15, and well, not including your phone. Um,
Right.
and you can do some pretty cool stuff with it. And they've got a couple interactive little videos where you can kind of move around and walk forward and move backwards, kind of things. One of my favorite ones was like I actually was on like this glider. It's one of those like fan powered gliders where a guy is just sitting on it, and there's like a almost it's trying to explain it. It's like parasailing with a go kart and a fan on the back. You know what I'm talking about?
Wow. Yeah.
So somebody put a video camera on here and it had the whole 3D view of it. So like I could like turn my head, I could see the guy cruising along, look around, look down, up and down, everywhere. It was pretty awesome.
That
And
sounds pretty cool.
there's a whole 3D VR video channel on YouTube now where all these
Huh.
videos are on there. But you should check it out.
Yeah, I'm looking at the link now, and it looks pretty neat. I wonder how this works, and if you have to have a specific type of phone
Yeah,
to get
you
this to
you have
work.
to have a almost I think at least a 4.5-inch phone and something that
Okay.
can obviously handle the app. Because I mean it's basically just YouTube videos for right now. Vector graphic kind of games that are coming along. I just think that it's gonna be big. I mean, not Sony, Samsung just released the what the hell do they call it? The Gear VR, which is kind of like a nice headset. Actually, it's like $100, but you have to have their high-end phones. Like I think the oldest you can have is the S5. I might be wrong on that.
Okay.
It might be the Note 5.
So there's a cutoff then.
For the Samsung one, yeah. But for the Google Cardboard, if you got a decent phone, like my phone is the LG G2. It's old school, I mean that by today's standards, and it does it just fine. And that's a couple years old.
Right.
But I tried like a Galaxy S3, wouldn't do
Uh
it.
huh.
And it wasn't that
You
it
couldn't
couldn't
load the
handle
app
it.
to you?
It just didn't. The app didn't work with it right.
Huh.
It didn't display properly.
See, I'm just afraid that it's going to get to like remember the Virtual Boy?
No, there's real money going into this. It's not a joke.
Yeah, I mean, it was still kind of cool, but
Yeah,
I
I mean,
didn't
I looked at it
like
once. I think.
now, like yeah, like I want to see like I mean, we're talking about games. Like I want to see games. Like I want to see
Yeah.
like Call of Duty, like
Oh
Minecraft.
yeah.
I could see because it's all like fucking horrible pixelated blocks. So,
Right.
but I mean, you want to see something
No,
cool like Ninja Games.
you want something a little HD.
Yeah, give me
And
some
I don't mean
action.
hard
Devil May
dick.
Cry, kill some zombies in virtual reality. That'd be rad.
Yeah, I think it's going there, man. I think the VR future is coming. Yeah, I could see it being like to the point where it's like people jacking into the Matrix because they want to. You
Right.
could do
'Cause,
way
yeah, they don't
more
want to leave.
things than you could do in reality.
Isn't you know what? Aren't they talking about virtual reality Netflix too? Isn't some company?
Well, I think that does work with cardboard, or that it's coming out. I'm not sure, but the idea there isn't so much it being a VR experience, but just being like a super big screen. It's gonna look like you're in a theater almost.
Right. So it's like IMAX
Right.
quality on your phone.
Yeah.
I thought there was a company investing in Netflix VR.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know Facebook
Yes,
bought that Oculus.
that's what it is. That you can watch Netflix on the Oculus. Yeah.
Hmm So that, that
Uh,
I, it, that's the big future that everybody's betting on. Although I like the idea of AR, augmented reality, which is kind of
Okay,
like
what's
Google
the
Glass.
difference?
Well, the difference is you're seeing the real world. It's just augmented reality is just that. You're adding something on top of regular reality. So you can see the real world, but you'd also see these extra things. There was an app that you could literally find something in a different language, and you point your camera at it, and in real time, the whatever the sign was in a different language would be translated and look like the sign was in English.
Oh wow, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, so that would be a perfect example of what you could do with AR. You could have Google Glass, for instance, and you're walking down the street and you look at this sign, and say you're in Japan, and you don't
Uh-huh.
speak a word of Japanese, but you can look at this
Right.
sign and it'll tell you, hey, that sign says X, or even make it look like it is saying what you wanted to or what you needed it to know.
So that's something else that's probably going to be used for newer phones with newer OSs on them that can
Right.
handle that kind of processing and transition.
Well,
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
that's going to be the benefit for any of these VR things is that we're already all carrying around some kind of microcomputer with us, right?
Right.
So so you can offload the processing onto the phone, and you don't have to have this huge ginormous headset, looking like a zombie. Well, not really a zombie, but like an alien walking around.
Yeah. Or someone with really bad glaucoma.
Yeah. Grandma got her cataracts out.
Yeah, that's true though. I mean, a lot of the phones now. I was just looking at there was a Samsung. I want to say it's a Galaxy Tab. It's got a freaking octa-core processor in it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, we're how close are we to quantum tunneling now? It kind of blows my mind that a few years ago the technology was there. It was very expensive, but it wasn't like easily accessible to just anybody.
Right.
Like my phone is basically what my old computer was.
Right.
Like 7 years ago, and it's like, hey, there's this. So, um, I can't wait to see where that goes. That sounds really cool to look at that. And this is some of the stuff that you would see in like anime too. I remember one of my favorite um, series was Lain Serial Experiments,
Okay.
and there was a guy that was like walking around with all this stuff, man. Like he had like CRT monitors, a keyboard, and like this backup generator, all this stuff on his back, and he had his glasses on. And I would think like that's probably how we're going to do virtual reality at some point. That we're just going to look like a bunch of cyber monks running around with this stuff. Like I just never
Yeah.
saw how it was. The technology would shrink.
Well, yeah. The cell phones are gonna drive it all. I'm just waiting for the cell phone that doesn't even have a screen. It has either some kind of rollout thing. Gene Roddenberry had, after he died, had a series put out by his wife.
Uh
I
huh.
can't remember what it was called now, but it was on Channel 9, which is WGN for anybody in the Chicago area. Um, and they had these things that were basically like a cell phone, but it like slid out. Like you'd pull it out, and the screen would exist between the two edges that you pulled apart, almost
Huh.
like a hologram kind of thing. I could see us going in that route sometime. Where there's not really an LCD screen; it's just this mist or
Like a
hologram
hologram
like.
or something like that.
Yeah.
I saw something similar to that on Facebook. There was a guy who was like, there's a video of somebody sitting in their bathtub and they like
Oh
flick their
yeah.
wrist. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I've
yeah,
seen
that'd
that.
be cool to have, but that's not real yet. Like that's just
No.
here's an idea. So here we are at Thanksgiving week. Are you any big plans? Gonna have some big dinners?
You know, past few years we've gone to this place. Actually, it was the place we got married at, Andorra.
Mm-hmm.
They do like a lunch slash dinner buffet kind of thing. We've just been going to that because none of us want to deal with the hassle of cooking, and their food is awesome. It's the turkey's great. It's nice and juicy. There's pumpkin pie. All the things that it matters. And we go with our in-law group of about 35. It's a slight
Wow,
exaggeration, but my wife's Catholic, so just do the math. That's pretty much been our past 3 years now.
that's pretty. Yeah, yeah. I remember. Do they have is mastacholi on the buffet? Tell me it is.
No, no, they
Oh,
kind of go with more of the traditional stuff.
it's so good.
Yeah, but the food there is awesome. They got great vegetables. They do green beans. They're like
They do.
whole cut green beans. Oh, I love them.
The only time I'd ever eaten there was when we were at your wedding, and it was really, really good food. Like oh, I still think about it. As a matter of fact, I had my wife try to make some mastacholi, and she was like, "What is this?" And I was like, you're not from the region. You don't understand. But this is like the
You
best
don't know
thing
about
ever."
Sacholi? Get your ass back in the kitchen. No,
That sandwich ain't
it
gonna make
was.
itself.
Yeah, they have great food there. They used to actually run it as a restaurant too, but I
Oh,
think there was just not enough people going in there. But I mean, it's always got banquets going or weddings. So I just don't know why they can't get the restaurant side to kind of keep it up. But we used to go there every now and then just as a nice dinner for me and just the wife.
yeah. So they open it like for the general public, and it is like a buffet style on Thanksgiving, or specifically on
Yeah,
holidays too.
yeah, they do all the holidays. You know, Mother's Day, they do like a Sunday brunch kind of thing.
We're not actually hosting this year. We are going to my mom's, and
Hmm.
we're all going to kind of pitch in with some things. And typically, both of us are sick and are trying to brine a damn turkey in a freaking cooler. So, yeah, thankfully this year she's not sick. I am, kind of.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone out to a club like on Thanksgiving, like, or the day before Thanksgiving?
I have, yeah. It's been many years.
I don't know how you did it. I once, and I was like, nope, I'll drink my ass at home. I am good.
Why? Why? Just too
I just
crazy?
too many fucking people, man. Like I can't get in. Like it's too much, and everyone literally is trying to get shit faced. Like there's no one that's like, no, I got to be at grandma's at like 5:30, and me and my family bond over the fire. It's like it's nothing like that. They're just like taking my bra off, slap my titties. Where's my shot? Like it was crazy,
Can
man.
I
Like
do this
it is
intravenously?
right. What do you mean? Yeah. What do you mean? Charlie Sheen's Tiger Blood shot? Yeah. Like it's just yeah.
Yeah. That's why he's got HIV now.
That's why he's positive.
Jeez.
Yeah. That's I don't
Did
know. Like I
anybody
just
was
couldn't
anybody
deal with the
shocked?
crowds. I I don't I don't know if anyone was shocked as much as I
Denise
think I was
Richards.
more shocked that Brie Olson was like, he's such a monster. And I was like, was he? Did you mean he had such a monster cock? Because while it was in your mouth, you had your hand out and you were living off his money for a while. So
Right.
it couldn't have been all that bad. And thankfully she's not positive. But at the same time, I was like, it's kind of give or take here. Like, he may have hid something from you, but you had the option to leave.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was forcing you to stay there.
I
But
mean,
yeah, I
the
mean, that
guy's a
sucks. I like Charlie
tool
Sheen.
from the get go. Everybody should just know that. He may be winning, but not so much now.
Well, at least he's got the money to stay on the meds.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, it's still sad. I like him, but that just sucks.
I mean,
So
look
this
at Magic
so
Johnson. I mean, how long has he had AIDS? And he's still going.
oh,
Yeah, if you got the
he's
money, you can go.
yeah. I think he's immortal though, man. Like I don't know if it was
He looks pretty good for his age.
yeah. He
A
doesn't look
little
like he's
heavier, but
changed at
what
all.
else is new? Even
He
Jordan will gain some weight.
who
Jordan, Michael Jordan.
really? I haven't
Oh
seen
yeah.
pictures of him in a long time though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at him. He's definitely gotten a little rough around the edges.
He's older.
Not not that I'm some prince.
I am a prince. I am not a prince. I'm just kidding.
Nobody
Nothing
believed that
there.
for a second. So
No,
don't worry about it. That's a
but
dick.
yeah, like I just I don't know. I've never actually drank at home either on Thanksgiving. This is like one holiday that I just can't. There's nothing that prompts me to say, "Hey, let's go. Let's crack open some bottles." Plus, there's people in my family that I just don't want to drink with.
Well,
It's
tomorrow
rare
night
that I actually.
you're not with your family, are you?
No, I work and then um, I'm off. The next couple days. I actually have a 4-day weekend, and then it's back to the grindstone all the way up until Christmas,
Yeah.
which there's like a mandatory. I love this. There's a mandatory holiday luncheon sometime in December. I can't remember the date now. And then like at 2 when it's over, everyone goes home. I'm like, I asked
What's
my
the
manager. I
point?
was like, so after we eat, we leave, and he was like, yeah, pretty much. Okay, that works for
Yeah.
me, man. Thanks.
Right.
I'll get paid to work part of my shift and go home. That's great.
Yeah, but just wonder why they just make stuff like that mandatory.
Well, this is just. I think it's kind of nice because in certain
It's nice that they're
environments,
having it. I don't know that it's necessary to make it a mandatory thing.
I don't mind if it's mandatory because there's some people that you work with that you don't want to like break bread with at all. Like you want to like break bones with them. It's like don't breathe in my direction, I'll kill you. But then
DDT,
there's
baby,
like
DDT.
yeah, I will give you a diamond cutter so hard on your child's bed. I swear to God. But like there's that, but then there's people you do kind of want to interact with or you don't see that often. The organization that I work for is really I do kind of want to meet some of the people that I work with because they do some pretty cool stuff. Now before, yeah, no, there was I just want to grab my plate, talk to some people, then go back to my desk. Like I'm done.
Right.
I didn't want to go and socialize. But it's always
Are
good
they
if you can do that with some of the people you work with.
are they having it in your place of business?
Yeah, this place is. They've got conference rooms on just about every floor, and then where I work, the floor that I work on, they have like three. They have a board conference room, so
Hmm.
you can have like board meetings in there. But then there's like three separate conference rooms that we actually rent to other companies if they want to have conferences there.
Yeah.
And it's really nice because there's like an AV setup. There's like you can get catering, and they don't hold back on any expense. Like it's
Cool.
if there's food left over, they put it out there for people to eat, like everyone. So really nice.
Yeah, it's amazing to see what other businesses are like to their employees. I worked for my old company for so long, and it was just like, the same shit again. I really like where I'm working now, and it's working with people that are like 10 or 15 years younger than me, but yet act older than anybody I ever worked with at my old job.
Yeah, that's life experience right there.
You know,
Like you just can't find people like that
it's
without
just
actually having
amazing.
and maturity too.
I guess I got numb to the fact that there's real people that are actually mature out there.
Right.
You know, my wife says I'm not mature in any sense of the word, and I mean that's because of choice, right? That's because I'm home, I'm doing whatever, I don't care. But when it's game time at work, you gotta crank it up. And that's what sets you
Yeah.
apart from just being a burger flipper at McDonald's to being somebody that's making a decent money and living.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually trying to get to that point in life. I want to be.
What, flipping burgers?
Well, that too. That's always in my goal.
Hey, I want to flip burgers anytime, but that's me making them, not little Johnny.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Little
just trying to
Johnny
get
on the
to.
fries.
I'm just trying to get to that point where I'm making a certain amount every year. I'm looking. My goal is to be like able to travel whenever we want, take vacation. Whenever we want. Some jobs don't afford you those opportunities, but there are jobs out there. You just gotta search and work for them. I got lucky, and my wife actually helped me with the one that I have, and it's good. I don't go to work and want to punch people in the face. I want to help the people who've been punched in the face.
That's good. It's good to have those kind of feelings and goals.
Yes, feelings and goals, Will.
Feelings and goals.
If you like what you've heard, give us a like on If you like what you've heard, give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, thumbs up on YouTube. Live Prius or die. And again, thanks for listening.